Hey y'all. I just wanted to vent because, by the time I put this up, I will probably be in my new place. So this is gonna be like my last recording here. And I'm so excited. Okay. Um, I'm so first I want to express gratitude because I couldn't ask for a better way. I remember there was one point last year that I prayed. I called on my guardian and everything. Please get me the fuck up out of this place. um, you know, it's an energy here because, this is the place that I was living with my ex-husband for a long time. So our energy is so deeply embedded in this place. And he left. He left. He wanted me to stay here because he knew the memory of him was here. So he was hoping that it would drive me to miss him, to come towards him and everything like that. But I had disconnected from the relationship while in the relationship. Um, because I was just not happy. And but I'm thankful. I feel like things worked out perfectly because I felt like it was meant for me to get with my ex-husband, and I felt like it was meant for us to not make it. um, so but I don't feel like he's a bad person. I want to say that. But I felt like the religion, to be real. Like it's the religion, the way that it made him think, and it made him think that he could not accept me. So he's a Pisces, passive aggressive as fuck. So he would try to punish me and like into submission. So him moving out and everything was like a whole tactic because he wanted me to feel fearful because he felt like I was so dependent on him that like what you gonna do? What you gonna do now? You don't have no choice but to just do what I tell you to do. Now that part right there is just evil, you know? So, but it was like necessary. I felt like I learned so much from that. I had got a up close and personal look at the effects of religion because before that, I ain't never lived with somebody that was religious. Before that, never. And didn't think that it was going to be a big deal. I could not have foreseen that because I was always myself since the very beginning in the relationship. When he met me, okay, so in his religion, women shouldn't wear weave or color in their hair. They shouldn't wear jewelry. They shouldn't wear pants. They shouldn't paint their nails. Oh, they definitely shouldn't smoke weed. They definitely shouldn't do tarot readings. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, they definitely should not have motherfucking crystals and shit like that. So all of that shit was considered like evil, you know? He felt like it was even cursed. He believed in it in that way. Like you dealing with that stuff is gonna curse you in the end and you're gonna be running back to me. That's what he felt. So yeah, when he met me, I was smoking a vape pen. I was into Pan-Africanism at that time. So I had those colors in my hair. I think I even have a picture somewhere. I don't like that picture though, so I don't know. Um, so yeah, I was wearing like a Bob Marley shirt and I had on pants. I had on these camouflage pants and like some Chuck Taylor's like shoes or whatever. That's how he met me. And he had the biggest smile on his face. Like he could not stop smiling when he met me. So, and since that day, we was always together. I'm talking about like every day. Like, you know, it was really quick and stuff. I did feel like he was in love or infatuation, something like that. Yeah, it's infatuation. Like, I think that he liked the way that I look. I think that he liked the way that I am, you know? Like, he liked my personality and stuff like that, but he wanted delivered in a package that his religion approves. So since the very beginning, um, I was myself. I was smoking weed. Those was like those yarn braids or whatever, but I was having different colors in my hair and I was wearing pants. It didn't stop him from smiling. It didn't stop him from continuing to want to be around me. You know, he didn't even complain about it. So as time went on, because and on top of that, okay, on top of that, you know, in his religion, you're not supposed to be having sex before marriage. But we was fucking. And I mean, never. He ain't never felt bad about it. He initiated it. It wasn't like no struggle or nothing like that. But he will pray and meditate every night and listen to that damn preaching. So, hmm, yeah. So when we got married though, because when we got married, he found, because at first, when we was dating, he didn't go to church. He did not go to church. Um, and yeah, but when we got married, he found a church. And this church is a traveling church. So for him to go to this church, he would have to drive to these different locations, sometimes hours, like 6 hours out and shit like that. So, and then he became a prominent member of the church. He moved up in ranking in the church and he looked at that particular pastor. He pretty popular. I ain't gonna say his name this time, but he's also an Aquarius. um, and my husband, his relationship with his biological father was strained because his dad wasn't around a whole lot. Like he would show up every once in a while, and he hated the fact that when his dad would show up, he would um whoop them tell them what a man's supposed to be, chastise them and stuff like that. But he haven't seen you in like over a motherfucking year, and then you come around and you have the audacity to be like Saturn or something. Got the fucking audacity to. So that's how my ex-husband would be feeling like, how fucking dare you, man? And then his dad would also make him feel like he always doing something wrong. Um, so my ex-husband also has a lot of Aquarius in his chart. He got more Aquarius in his chart than me. So that shit, you cannot try to dominate an Aquarius. Like, they have to feel comfortable with you. But if you doing some shit that don't make sense, they gonna rebel. Like, the Aquarius gonna rebel. Okay. Um, so and also on top of that, my ex-husband, he really care for his family. It's a whole system when it comes to that. That's also what I appreciate about the relationship with him, is that I learned about a background system because my ex-husband was Jamaican. So yeah. And before he came here, because I met him in the US, before he came here, he was a school teacher for 4 years, but that wasn't what he wanted to do. But in Jamaica, they give you very few options when it comes to like scholarships because they live on an island. So they give you like two choices. Either you become a motherfucking teacher, or you become go in the field of hospitality. Basically become a slave in some type of way. Because that's how they made their money off the tourist area. So in school, they will offer you specific scholarships. And if you don't take that scholarship, then you got to pay out of pocket, which was just not affordable for a lot of people. So, but it did create a certain type of mindset. Like, he's very responsible. So people do respect him. And he not a bad person, but when you're intimate with somebody, their worst side come out. And I understand that. I understand that. But I have to be able to heal with you. But to him, the religion, the deeper he got into it, the more he changed. The first major red flag was, now we will go swimming and stuff. Like, the place that we moved to had two pools. And we swim naked in both those pools. We had sex in both those pools. It was a while ago. And but then all of a sudden, he said that he not gonna show skin anymore. So now when we go swimming, he will wear a long sleeve shirt. Completely illogical, but then he tried to enforce that onto me. Um, because we was going to the beach one day and I was gonna wear my bathing suit. And he told me that he's not gonna go if I'm gonna show that much skin. And I was like, dude, you're being ridiculous. I debated it and I made motherfucking sense. But he said that he not gonna budge. So I went alone. Well, me and my daughter, we went alone. But I really did feel some type of way because I felt like he no longer cared about our safety anymore. Cause, one thing I enjoy about having a man was I felt more secure in public. I felt more secure making certain decisions. Like recently, somebody came to me offering me something in my emails. And I was thinking, like, yeah, this is a good idea. But I was thinking about other factors, like this could be like a motherfucking scam. And if I had a man or whatever, I would ask him about that. I would get his opinion or something. So that's something that I enjoyed about being in a relationship. And he started to take things away that I enjoyed about the relationship. So just because, and it wasn't like, um, because I'm actually a very modest person. So it wasn't like a whole lot of skin or whatever like that. It was just a bathing suit. Like one of those bathing suits that look like a dress or whatever. It's short. Like I ain't gonna wear it down to my motherfucking knees or some shit, but it's my thing. And when I was younger and I was more insecure like about my body, I will swim with like a shirt on or something like that, but it's a headache. It is. Like I know. It's a headache. It's heavy. The swimming material is just logical to wear a bathing suit, swimming material when you get into the pool. So not just that, he will wear pants as well, long shirt and long pants. Um, Eventually we stopped swimming. We stopped interacting with water. I didn't even want to swim anymore. Like we went to the beach and everything. And I think I like to put my feet in the water, but I don't really like to swim in the ocean. Um, but when we first got together, that's something that we did a lot. Go swimming, go to the beach, interact with water, go onto boats and stuff like that. So yeah, and I just that day, it was just me and my daughter, and I was just thinking like, yo, he don't even care about like our safety. Like he should just want to be out here to make sure that we safe. But just because I'm wearing a bathing suit, which I always wore this bathing suit, and now he got an issue with it. It's like he don't even care. He stopped caring. He stopped caring. And in the past, you know, I would realize these things, but see, sex is really powerful. And I know that because after I have sex with him, I would feel more attached to him, more forgiving of things. So I stopped having sex often. Like I really repress my sexual side just because I ain't no longer feel secure in a relationship, but it was swimming in my subconscious. It wasn't fully to my conscious mind. It wasn't fully there yet because regardless of everything, my ex-husband, he was one of the kindest people I ever met. And it was genuine. It was genuine. So there was aspects that I felt cared about him, but it was becoming nightmarish. It was becoming gray. And, I tried to just focus on the commitment part. Like maybe I'm asking for too much, even though I want and crave for more. Maybe because he a good man. Everybody would tell me he a good man, but people don't really value themselves. Some people don't even crave for more. I ain't one of those people though. I always not just crave for more, but I just wanted to be somewhere that I felt peace. And the peace was going because he wouldn't allow it anymore. He became more and more disrespectful about what I believe, especially as I started this YouTube, my symbol and everything. I had to do and develop this under a lot of pressure. In the beginning, I would do everything in the open because I'm an open person. I don't like to hide shit. But he would cause such a ruckus that I would try to compromise in a way like, well, I try not to do it around you, you know? But then he started to get rude with that. Like I would tell him, like, yo, I'm finna do a reading. And then he would come and interrupt it, give me a whole speech on this is of the fucking devil. And I would just be like, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I'm gonna do. So then it's now it's a whole discussion, a whole debate and shit like that. Um, bruh, listen, I know that I be making sense. Like I know that. So outside of the realm of just your faith, your religion and shit like that, outside of that, there's more to life. And I kept pulling him to that area and he would get really uncomfortable. Then I get to the point that the conversation don't even fucking make sense anymore. It get to the point that he don't have shit to say. He just quiet because I'm right, but he's struggling with an internal battle between what the fuck I'm saying and his religion because he afraid to let that go. Like I point out the fact that he look at the main person of this religion because there's a really particular sector. Um, he look at this person as a father figure. Okay, now I'm for to admit to some shit. When shit started to get weird and everything like that, I started to investigate. So I found a particular email, and in that email, the way that he talked to this person, I knew then where he positioned this person in his life. And then I knew then that this person has a lot of control over him. Now, the thing is, this particular pastor, he move around like a celebrity. So my ex-husband couldn't get a lot of contact with this guy. He would just admire him from a distance. Because matter of fact, I don't even think that dude responded to the email. And but you can't tell him that this motherfucker don't give a fuck about you. You can't tell him that. No. But as he got deeper, when he started to go to the church, because he started to go to the church once we got married, um, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. So earlier in my days, if y'all hear me, if I cut off the audio, that because he came out of the fucking room and we having a conversation, and then I have to tap back in and then come back on after him purposely, because I feel like this is very purposeful. Him purposely coming out there and interrupting my motherfucking flow. And it would keep me from truly tapping in. It would really like fuck with me at times. So, and I felt like I was respecting his religion, but he was not respecting mine. And he felt like he didn't have to. And he would use all kinds of systems. He would use I'm the man of the house. He would use I pay the bills. He would use I wear the pants. He would use all those type of mentalities and shit like that. And I'm just like, I got tired of making fucking sense to him and things just getting worse. As in, as I grew, he would try to pull me back. He really wanted me to give up. He did. And then it got to the point that he wanted me to choose between this or him. And I'm like, motherfucker, you don't even make me happy. Like, for real though. And this is shit that I'm saying online, but this is shit that I said to him. People don't understand, like, I'm truly a real motherfucker because I don't have patience. I don't have fucking patience to play games. But yet people always projecting that shit on me. Even him. Even fucking him. Okay? And that was another thing. Like how he handled the situation when my cousin did what she did. Like that he really lost me at that point. Like he lost me, lost. And I will fucking tell him, like, yo, you lost me. Like, I'm done. Like, yo, I'm about to tap the fuck out. Like, I just can't do this no more. In the beginning, when I stopped having sex, I would just be like, I'm just not in the mood. But then it got to a point that I'd be like, yo, I'm not in the mood because of X, Y, and Z. Because I don't have time to think about it. And then when it got to the point that I'd rather masturbate than to have sex with him, I knew. Oh, oh, shit, bitch. I knew it was a wrap. Okay. So, when he felt like he was really losing me, he got worse with like the mind games and shit like that. Like one time I had an interview the next day and he like this whole argument because he took my daughter's phone because she didn't. I went to the store. I wasn't even here at this time, but when I tell you that my daughter is like the most responsible, respectful person you ever met, like she very diplomatic, you know, but she will stand up for herself. But if you make sense, she will listen. But he was doing something with her like, you should just do what I say because I'm the adult. Now, I know some people, they don't even like for their partner to chastise their kids. Like, I don't have an issue with it if it makes sense. But I don't even, because I didn't raise my daughter with chastising her. I talked to her and she respects that. That's why she honest with me. That's why she come and talk to me. That's why her mind is so expensive because she could talk to me. And if it makes sense, I will understand. So, just from what he said, I already knew what the fuck happened. So just from what he said. So, I'm at the store when he texted me and he told me he took the phone, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, man, I'm thinking, like, I'm strategizing because after years of being with him, I just know him. And I'm like, so I'm not going to be combative. Like, people might think that I'm a combative person, but I'm not. People be pushing me to my motherfucking, I need water. So yeah, I learned how to, handle him and everything. So I wasn't combative. I talked to him, but he was in a mood. He was in a mood. He was being petty. He wanted an argument. But see, he liked to see me as the aggressor. But he would do little shit because he refused to like yell or raise his voice or whatever. But not me. Like, bitch, you make me mad. Now I'm talking in a way that you gonna motherfucking feel me. And then he feel like I'm trying to dominate him. So it's like I'm so over that shit, yo. Like I'm so glad to have the strength to get out of it, because with him being a good person, and with me understanding like where is this programming coming from, it made me have a lot of compassion for him. But he stopped feeling like I was deserving of love, compassion. I was thinking about that night that he was upset because I was wearing pants. This is like after my brother died. And I was like, yo, I'm not finna have this motherfucking argument with you. Like, I'd rather walk home than to be in this car and hear you talk about some dumb shit about what the fuck I'm wearing. So, yeah. So I got out the car because he think that I'm playing, but nah, I really made up my mind that I was going to walk because I didn't even want to be in his energy, to be honest. And it's people who wanted me to stay in that relationship because they knew that that relationship was gonna stop me from progressing. All the demons, all of them, they the ones. Even the dude Bobby, he would claim that he want more with me or something like that, but then he would do little shit. Is he wanted me to stay in that relationship until he was ready to come for me. And that made me realize that he don't give a fuck about me. But see, I was in a delusion like he don't know how to give a fuck about me. But no, he just didn't. And yeah, it's aspects to that true. Like he don't know how, but that's see, people don't appreciate shit till it's gone because sometimes what we don't see is that people see you as more valuable than what they put on. Um, they benefit from off your energy just being around it, and they know that. So they just try to find all ways to keep you trapped. And within doing that, it makes them selfish. And some of them have this like sick delusion, like, I'm crazy about you. I love you. This is why I'm trying to trap you. And, you don't appreciate that. That's how they feel. Like, don't you see that I love you so much? That's why I'm trying to trap you. And you don't appreciate the love that I'm giving for you. And I was like, how is that love when you don't care if I suffer? How is that love if you turn a blind eye to my pain? How? Because I couldn't never do that to you. Like, I actually love you, so I know what it is. And I could have had never do that. That's why it's hard for me to understand. People be thinking I'm ignorant. Like my cousin, when she was betraying me, and I called her one night, I was trying to talk to her. I was trying to make sense to her because I thought that maybe she wasn't understanding me. And she started to call me retarded, stupid, slow, because I wasn't realizing until that moment that she was just trying to betray me. We are in competition. And that made me feel bad for her. Because I realized, like, for you to be like that, you must don't have shit going for yourself. For you to be like that. So, yeah. So when I'm dealing with these demons, they be thinking like I'm ignorant because I'm kind. But nah, I'm just paying attention. I'm paying attention, but sometimes it's hard to understand because I'm not that. So I be looking like I be trying to make excuses because I'm projecting how I am onto them. Like, I wouldn't do something like that. So maybe they are not doing that. Maybe it's something else. Then I try to talk to them about it. And then they gaslight me, they deflect, they lie. So still though, because people is never fucking real, um, they tell me it's one thing, but when really it's another. And for some reason, if I was to see that, then they get mad at me. Cause sometimes people be talking and I be like, nah, that ain't motherfucking it. Stop trying to fucking play me. And people take that real fucking personally. Why? Cause I won't let you play me and I still show you love. I still pick up the phone for you. I still have good intentions when I interact with you. But you trying to fucking play me. So now that part be illogical to me. I got a book. I think it's called is that it? Now I'm not gonna lie. This book is a little hard for me to read. It might not be for everybody. Like it might not be hard for you or something, but I kind of space out just the way that this book is written. I need like some story or something in it. It just feels like a textbook, but it's some important information in here. Um, but yeah, I be zoning the fuck out. But basically, um, let's see what I was learning in this book, um, there's people that's called like I think automations or something like that. Like it's three sectors of people. I marked that. So let me see if I could try to find it. Cause I marked that. I remember marking it. Mm. His soul descended into hell, but his spirit was in the hands of the Father. Okay. That's just something I highlighted. Unity creates body, soul, and spirit, divine spark. Okay, now I'm gonna be real. I don't remember shit from this book, but everything in this book is already written into my spirit. So I don't have to remember this book. But I feel like this book might help some people to kind of understand what's going on, but you really don't need a book. If you just tap into your spirit, it's already done. So, when I be talking from my spirit, but people be thinking like I'm into a lot of shit that I'm not even fucking into. Like, people will talk to me, and then the way that I express myself, they think that, oh, you must be doing this. You must read this. You must, nah, bitch. Like, I just listen to my spirit, you know? Motherfuckers need to stop assuming shit. Like, I know that I'm something rare. So, you know, and people judge what they can't understand or when it's something new. But I be up for the challenge, I guess, because I know that people be, I don't know, doing shit when it comes to me, like they energy interact with me funny or whatever. But I be patient to see if that would balance out. I would see if I'm understanding that if you don't trust me at first, like I get it. But don't start making fucking assumptions because you're gonna be super wrong. Um, but yeah, that night I got the car, I walked home, and he came back around once, told me to get in the car, and I told him no, I'm not gonna get in the car. And then he drove off and he went home. Now, I didn't feel no type of way about that per se because I was not gonna get in the car. But one time I think I was like talking about this or something, and I was hearing somebody say, and it was a man voice, but they were saying like, I would have never did that to you. Like I wouldn't have left you out because it was nighttime. And the path that I had to walk down was extremely dark. Like it didn't have any street lights. So I was hearing a man say, like, I would never have did that. I would never have left you out there like that. So ever since that happened, and this was not recent, this was like a long time, a few months ago, maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago. Um, maybe even longer than that. But I was hearing a man say that. And then that's when I came to the realization, like, yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. Cause I was thinking, like, if I was a man, I would have did the same. I would not had left my person out there to walk home in the dark. And on that walk home, I had listened to FKA Twigs. I think the album called Magdalene. Um, I listened to her album on the walk home. It was the first time me listening to it, and I was so in love with it. And it's like exactly what I needed at that time. But I felt something wasn't right when I got in my spirit because when I got into the house, because he didn't give a fuck. That's when I got home, he was in his own little petty attitude because to him, punishing me because I'm refusing to do what he think is right is justified. So he would get in the attitude like I have the right to treat you like this because my religion, I know that my he believes so strongly in it. So he felt like he had a right to force that onto me. And if I have to suffer, like walk all the way home in the dark, or have to struggle on my own, or whatever, then so be it. So when I got in the house, he did come out and tell me good night. I just shook my head. He went to bed, and I was just up there thinking about it. And I had a cup of water in my hands, and I just walked in the room and dumped it on him. The whole cup of water. And I did feel guilty like immediately, but now I don't. Um, because he was using that as an example of me being too aggressive, as an example of me being so disobedient. He would use that, and that sometimes it would get to me because I do be really angry, but I be thinking like, do anybody deserve me dumping a cup of cold water on them while they sleep? Do anybody deserve that? And then I don't even think about myself. I don't think like, well, did I deserve to walk home in the dark? I don't even think that. I didn't even think that at that time, but I do it now. That's why I be seeing y'all fucking demons. But that's all right. Anyways. Mm-hmm. So I'm moving into my new place. The whole process was like a miracle. Like, for one, I was saying that I was grateful um because of that whole thing that happened with my apartments, I did not end up signing a new lease. And I was like, damn, I'm so thankful because I was going to sign like a 6 months lease, but I really didn't want to. I was so ready to go. And I had a conversation with the Capricorn girl like a few months ago, and I was like, I don't know what it is, but I think that I'm not going to be staying here for long. But I couldn't really perceive how I was going to do it because the way that the economy is, it's hard, y'all. It's hard. It really is. But the whole situation forced me to figure it out. And everything worked out for the better. I'm moving back to my hometown, and I thought I would never move back to my hometown. But as I've been packing, I found something I wrote like years ago. And I was just like, and this happened to me a lot. Like if I was really emotional or something, I would write on a notebook. Like when I've been packing, I've been finding notebooks with just random shit in it. The other ones later. Um, so yeah, every so often I will find something I wrote that I've completely forgot about. um, but let me read this because it was just so relevant because I was thinking about The reason I decided to move back to my hometown is because my daughter, she wanted it. I remember it was one day I was like really just stressing about like places to go. And my hometown was an absolute no to me. And it's because I have so much trauma there. But my daughter, I was like just walking around in the living room, and my daughter told me, she like, Mom, I would like moving to your hometown. Like she never lived there. She lived on the outskirts. But she like it. She like it. She don't even care if she had to switch school. And when she told me that, like I adjusted immediately. And I was like, you would like it? She was like, yeah. She said she think it would make her happy even. Shit. After that, I was like, bet. Bet. So I did. So, and I just, at first, I was still dealing with some negative emotions. But then I realized that I don't have the same anxieties that I used to because I healed that trauma. So now I have a different relationship with my hometown. So now when I visit, I have positive experience. Like I feel like it's a reason for this. So I found this. I said, why do my heart feel so heavy? Is it because I'm homesick already? Leaving to go to a better place, but do I have to leave on these terms for God's sake? Wish I can find a reason why so many tears fall from my eyes. Should I stay or should I go? But um, but I'm already gone. Only God knows. This is not where my heart is. It's in an old town with farms and cattle where my brother lies and secrets I denied. But I'll be back soon after I lay down burdens and sadness in the heart of my old town. Then once again, I can smile. Yo, this, let me tell you, I believe I wrote this before my brother passed away. And I said, where my brother lies and secrets I deny, but I'll be back soon after I lay down burdens and sadness in the heart of my old town. Then once again, I can smile. That hit me hard, yo. Mm-mm. Mm. So yeah. Anyway, so the whole process of me getting this place though was like a blessing in disguise. Cause when I was going through it, it was stressing me the fuck out. But it was actually helping me in a lot of ways. Um, Anyways, I end up having to pay $3,300 to get into this place. And, I'm just thankful that I had it. Thankful that I had it, but I have to think about the future, you know. um, yeah, but I feel like things gonna be all right. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna share my Amazon wish list. I wasn't gonna do it at first because uh I just wasn't, but I made a wish list for me to follow to get stuff that I need because I'm leaving a lot behind. Yo, I didn't even set it up like this. I didn't even set it up like this. But the bed that I was intimate with my ex-husband, I'm finna throw that bed out. But I have two beds that I was not like they haven't had any intimacy in it. And that was just very relevant to me because it really do feel like a clean slate. And I didn't even set it up like that, but I really feel like I'm purging old energy and I'm getting rid of other things. Some of the things is like stuff that my husband gave to me, but it was attached to something. So I'm just gonna not fuck with it. I'm not bringing that shit with me. So yeah, I'm gonna share the Amazon wish list, and if you want to help me with anything, I would really appreciate it. And you know, so I got tile floors now, so I need rugs. I do need furniture, but I'm not gonna like people. I have some stuff on there that's furniture related, but um, so yeah, it's just a few things that I need. I also have this garden pot because I have a porch, so I'm gonna have like a little garden and everything. Grow some herbs and stuff. I really need new pots and pans. I really do. I really need new pots and pans. Matter of fact, I don't even think like if somebody don't get that like immediately, I'm just gonna throw out the ones I have because they just so overdue. And there's something that my daughter point out too, and I cook more than she do. So for her to notice it, it's like, yeah, you're right, you're right. Um, I need a new desk. I think I do have a desk on the list. So I need a new desk. Um, I'm gonna keep this one, but I'm gonna give it to my daughter because she do have a desk, but it's wobbly. So she really needs something sturdy because she draw and all of that. So this will be good for her, but I want to get me one of those L-shaped desks. So that would be good for me. So yeah. This is new beginnings. Oh, so I had to pay 3,300. Y'all should look up what that means. And mm, I'm also put my cash out if y'all want to just give money instead. So, anyways, y'all stay blessed and feel blessed and be blessed and understand that you are blessed because you got to believe that you are blessed.